Go Mustangs! The Coach Jackson Show, brought to you by Kim Assad, your real estate broker.
Hello Mustang Nation, Matt Carnes, Grapevine Booster here for Week 12, the final week of the 2016 Coach Jackson Show, here with head coach of your Grapevine Mustangs, Randy Jackson. And Coach, it's been a phenomenal year. It didn't end the way anybody wanted to, of course, out with the playoff game in Aledo, but congratulations on a great season and congratulations on getting 2 rounds into the playoffs this year.
Thank you, Matt. I'm really proud of the kids. Again, like you said, it wasn't our night the other night. Aledo's a really good team, and we would have to play our best game to have a shot at it. We didn't do that, and just kind of wasn't our night. But now that a few days has went by and the dust has settled, you can kind of maybe reflect more, or I can. You know, it takes me a couple of days of just moping around the house, but now I'm past that and can reflect on the whole season, and that's what this show is going to be about tonight. And appreciate you guys, you and Fred, for doing this all year. But we're going to talk about the 2016 season, and we'll have a lot to be thankful for on that.
Well, and it was a marvelous season. We were thrilled to be a part of it. You think about the season overall, 10-2 record, co-district champs. You brought the Red Rail home. Had a lot of great memories along the way. I mean, it's just, if you want to script a really special season, this was pretty much it.
Yeah, and I think that for me, the satisfaction is knowing how we did it, and that is the old-fashioned way where we took 34 seniors, great senior class. This started, I got here when they were the spring of their freshman year, and this thing is just kind of built up. And from 2014, we had good seniors in 2014, guys that I have just lifelong friends that I'll be with. And then in 15, we really made a big jump at 8-3, and then again we're just busting them in off season. We're doing boot camp, we're wrestling, and we're running the 200s. Things that if these guys were here and you ask them, those are the things they would say. And so these guys have just come up, and we've gotten better and better. And this year we were a better team by far than we were last year, and we were pretty good last year, but really good football team this year. And I really think of a top 15 team in the state of Texas that just we had a tough draw in the second round, but a really good football team.
Well, it was a tough draw, and I think there's a lot of people that will say that you probably got knocked out by the eventual state champs, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But it was a special run up to that point. Thinking about the memories that you had through the course of the season, all the wonderful time from the barbecue to start the season. You go through, you have we get to have the pep rally in downtown Grapevine. You got the special day when 34 players showed up to help with the Mustang Panther 3rd grade team. You had the Heritage win when the seniors got to sign the tunnel. So just talk about some of your favorite memories through the course of the season.
Oh, well, there are just so many. Probably my best memory, top maybe of my career is after we beat Heritage, is just sitting there. We signed the tunnel, and I don't think I've ever seen a fan base, players, parents as happy. It was like 1,000,000 pounds off of everybody. And so just watching that, just the euphoria and going back and looking at the pictures of that was huge. Abilene Cooper coming in week 2, which they're playing Aledo this week, so they're a 3rd round team, a really good team. Talking about that, about how our blue collarness, our toughness, was going to be a test for that, and for us just to, we handled them physically up front. And so really just seeing us progress through, we got through the lean weeks of open date and having a few opponents that we just kind of rolled. Getting down 35-14 against Richland, it was an easy. A lot of teams could have just folded their tents then. We came back and we didn't really lose the game. We ran out of time. And so we lost that game, and then boom, we got to get over because here comes Heritage, and our guys just responded. We won the Heritage game, and then we went through and Birdville, which is a team that really we were kind of modeling our program after a couple of years ago, and handled them pretty easily. We played great in bi-district. We won 10 games here for the first time since, I think, 98. Our first playoff win since 06. So really proud for these 34 seniors to get to look back and say, hey, all that work that Coach put us through, all the struggles. I mean, we go full pads in practice, and we go at it pretty good. And so I'm just so thankful for those seniors to have those milestones and those rewards, and really proud of some of those moments as I look back. And we talk about this too. Every year there's 3 crises. We tell our team every year, hey, there's going to be 3 crises. 3 bad things are going to happen this year, but because of our culture and how we do things, we're going to overcome it. And I was talking about this the other day at Breakfast with Champions, is we really have not had crisis this year because our seniors, and just really from our leadership council to just our program in general, we really have not had crisis this year. So it's been the most enjoyable year for me as a head coach and for the rest of our coaches, just to get to coach these guys. They just showed up every day, went to work. We got 1% better every day, and we were a good football team at the end of the year.
No question about it. And for sure, the tough people win mantra is getting bought into, and it's clearly working. So congratulations on bringing that in and executing it the way you have. This is a season also where we've had a lot of new additions for Mustang football. Talk a little bit about the new additions and what those mean to the program.
Okay, we were laughing off camera on this, y'all, but we do. If I hear something good, then I'm a ready, fire, aim kind of guy. I can't tell y'all how much Fred Ertz has done. There's no telling how many hours Fred has spent on these posters. So we produced, I think, was 4 posters, and started with the spring stampede. We've got one with the D line on one side, and the O line is on the other side of this poster. Yes, sir. And so a lot of effort to put these in downtown merchants' windows, and so the Booster Club, we would replace these, but this is our DBs and our receivers and our quarterbacks and kind of our Mustang Air Force theme. And then the last one is one that I will have these kids sign. I'll frame, put in my office, and I'll put another one somewhere in the field house. But this is our leadership council, which is another new addition this year for us. We started a leadership council in the spring, and it went great. But the posters were just a great branding item, and I really appreciate Fred Ertz for doing that. Our radio this year, our web-based radio, tremendous. You know, from my mom in East Texas to a coaching buddy in Canada, and I know everybody's probably got a story of someone who they know listened to some games. So really proud of that. I think great. It's hard to mention a great program in the state that doesn't have some type of radio. So again, Fred Ertz was his fingerprints are all over that. A lot of work on that. Polish and Pray, we started that this year, where the moms came in on Thursdays and basically tried to make it smell a little bit better in there. But they wrote notes for their sons. They prayed over their lockers. They wrote notes for us. I know they prayed over us. I think the fact that I didn't kill an official the other night is probably due to the moms on Polish and Pray. So that was a huge deal, a new thing for us. Our badges on our uniforms this year were new, where players could earn badges, and so we had 3 badges this year, and it was through summer conditioning, community service, and an honor roll. You know, a 6-week grading period thing. So that was new. We started our Scorpion T-shirts, where players could earn T-shirts. They would be nominated by their teammates, and we would present T-shirts to them. All the dads one morning at Breakfast with Champions, we gave them a Scorpion shirt. The moms who came up and served our team dinners, and so a lot of new additions this year, and we kept some great traditions. But every year we'll just keep whatever we can do to improve this program. We're going to do, and as Coach Luster says, you know, only in Grapevine do the parents just say yes to everything. And so I know whatever we can dream up and add, that the parents will be all in to add next year.
Well, it's been a special year, and it takes a lot to make it happen, and there is a lot of people to thank. So let's talk about that if we can get into that. I'll let you start off. I've got a few people I want to thank as well, but I'll let you go through with all the different individuals and groups you want to thank.
Well, it is amazing, really, to think about, hopefully between you and I, we won't miss someone. But I want to start with Dr. Ryan for hiring me 3 years ago, and after my first off season here, I took a laptop to his. After the first season, I took a laptop to his office and I showed him a couple of plays and I said, "Hey, we got to fix some of this, and I need you to get in the wheelbarrow with me because it's going to get." It might get a little bloody, and so he got in the wheelbarrow with us. Dave Denning has been a great principal. When we've asked for things, they've helped us. Brian Gerlich, Jay Zeller in the AD's office, so a lot of great help there. The coaches have been amazing. I think we have a godly Christian coaching staff here of moral men. Their wives, all the time that we spend up here, great coaches' wives, and but getting into the parents, I mean, I just can't thank Greg Rice enough for doing Breakfast with Champions. He's also on the BAM crew. Those things like that, like Breakfast with Champions. When I talk to people about Breakfast with Champions, about John Earl, you wouldn't believe how many kids that I've called John and said, "Hey, I need you to counsel with this kid," and we'll call the parent, or if a parent calls us and says, "Hey, we're having problems at home," we'll say, "Okay, we'll talk to him, but we're also going to set him up with John Earl." So when I talk to people like just about Breakfast with Champions, they're amazed really just how awesome it is. And so Greg Rice helped coordinate that. There's an opening there, dads, for somebody help us coordinate this.
Hint, hint. For anybody interested.
Yes, and the BAM crew, just amazing. Those guys, they do more than just put the tunnel up. If there's a need, sometimes, there's been more than once where the BAM crew is taking care of something. I am a picture nut, and I moped around for a couple of days. And then about Monday, the sun came back out again for me, and I started looking at pictures from the year. And so Kenneth Roark and Dan Shadle, holy cow! You're lucky if you have one person like that. Most schools will have somebody take pictures, and they're charging parents for them. These guys just take pictures. So really tremendous that we have those guys. Just the Booster Club, Colby Keeling, the meals. The other night, the game's been over with for 45 minutes, and he's out there helping get pizzas for us, and so he's been a great Booster Club president. Just the whole Booster Club board. We have meetings now at the Compass Center, and there's 25 or 30 people there, and so I just want to thank the Booster Club, and y'all. When I think of Grapevine, I think about the team dinners on Thursday, and I just think about how many kids in the state of Texas don't ever get a meal like our guys get on Thursday. It's just amazing. There's been schools where I've been at, if I could have fed our kids that once during the year, how proud they would have been to get a meal like that. So, our parents just step up. The moms are here, but I know, and I know it's not cheap to feed 75 people every week. And then on Saturdays, we get great coaches meal from the junior parents, and Angie McHorse, she coordinated that. Thank you, Angie. Every Saturday at noon, we'd have a great meal, and that's a big deal where you don't have to leave and go get something and come back. It just saves you so much time, and it just makes the coaches feel so valued when somebody just brings a meal up here to them. So I just want to thank everybody. Y'all know I'm forgetting somebody. I'm doing this really just like off the top of my head, but there's so many people that I know that have been huge for us as far as parents, administration, coaches. It's a well-run. I really feel good about our program here. I think that it's a program that any parent should want their kid to be a part of. And I say this all the time, and y'all are probably but great programs don't exist without great parents and a great booster club and people who are willing to go the extra mile. Like producing this tonight, how much time you and Fred have done just to produce these videos. So thank you to you two guys. Kim Assad, Mark for helping, and so just from the bottom of my heart, so many thank yous. But I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the Grapevine people that have helped make this a program that's on the rise. Our arrow's pointing north, and it's just going to keep going north.
Well, it certainly is, and from the Carnes family, we've been thrilled to be a part of it. You kind of jokingly said when Zach showed up that, you know, the private school kids usually don't contribute as much, but you admitted, frankly, that you weren't that excited to have Zach here, and I kind of got a kick out of that. But we were at the time not exactly sure where we were best suited. We had just left a position where we weren't sure where we were best suited, and I can't tell you how proud we are to be a part of it, how welcomed we have been. And Mustang Nation, I can't tell you how fortunate you are to have this. Coach Jackson, the coaching staff, the Booster Club. Booster Club, don't think any little thing you do is not that big a deal. Every little thing you do is huge. It helps the communities, it helps the coaches, it helps everybody. So don't underestimate anything that you do there. But moving forward now from Team 97 on to Team 98, you've got a good group of juniors coming back next year. But as we close out the 2016 season, we'll go through a senior montage, so stay tuned to watch a senior montage with all the photographs from the seniors that helped make this year special. So for all who've been a part of this one, special thanks to Fred Ertz for all he's done to make this show happen, for Mark Assad for loading them, and for the ability to be a part of this, Matt Carnes. We will see you next year. Go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs. The Coach Jackson Show, brought to you by Kim Assad, your real estate broker.
Of the end of the world, but it's feeling just like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone. The cars are moving like a half a mile an hour, and I started staring at the passengers and waving goodbye. Can you tell me what was ever really special about me all this time? But I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Well, I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna pretend. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. I think it turned 10 o'clock, but I don't really know. And I can't remember caring for an hour or so. Started crying and I couldn't stop myself. I started running, but there's nowhere to run to. I sat down on the street, took a look at myself. Said, where you going, man? You know the world is headed for hell. Say your goodbyes if you got someone you can say goodbye to. I believe the world is burning to the ground. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come right now. Let's see how far we've come. I believe it all is coming to an end. Oh well, I guess we're gonna pretend. Let's see how far we've come. Yeah. Let's see how far we've come. It's gone, baby, it's all gone. There's no one in the corner and there's no one at home. Well, it was cool, it was just all cool. Now it's over for me and it's over for you. Well, it's gone, baby, it's all gone. There's no one on the corner and there's no one at home. Well, it was cool, it was just all cool. Now it's over for me and it's over for you.